Well, hello everybody, and welcome once again to our Friday RV chats. Like every Friday, I'm here. I've got a couple of announcements. What you're listening to is my new song. It's an instrumental. I'm calling it "The Road to El Paso," and it is it's going to be in my, not in the latest video, but in the one that is coming right after. In the video that is coming out not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. And I'm calling it the Road to El Paso because it is going to be our whole road trip through the great state of Texas. And it is over. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to my home studio here in Miami. And actually, let me put on the chat so I can see it, because that's the only way that I can see it. Before everybody comes in here, I have a couple of announcements. I finally got around to put in some of my latest music on, and I think my lens is dirty, on CD Baby, and eventually I'm going to put them on all the other places. Where's my? I've got a microfiber cloth here somewhere, because I'm kind of obsessive compulsive with having clean lenses. Well, I'm going to use my microphone. and okay, who's here? Alex Cruz, Kelly Clark, Joe Crotoa, and Melanie Flanagan, and our moderator, Mr. This Traveler, Erico, somewhere in Central Florida. Mike and Cindy Travels. Hello, how are you, Mike? It's been a while. And it's been a while, everybody. It's been a week since we last chatted here on the Johnny Park. Hello from 33,000 feet above the earth on a flight to Denver. All right. So that in-flight go-go internet is working for you. I haven't been able to make it work in a while. Can I buy the guitar tabs for riding in my RV? Did you just put a comment on one of my videos about that? Because yes, I have to. And my phone is vibrating off the hook. I'm gonna see how I can do that. I haven't really thought about it. It's just 3 chords, so it should be pretty easy. Colombia 2727, que bola, Robertico, que bola, Colombia. And Alex Cruz, where's Grandma Patty? I'm sure Grandma Patty will be here in a minute. And thank you, Alex, for that super chat. The first super chat of the night early, and thank you so much. And Terry Rifle, love your videos. Thank you so much. Ted D, hi from Flooding NKY. Where's NKY? New York? Florida, New York. Claudio Nunez. Hello, Robert from Chile. Hello, Chile. One of these days I have to go to South America and visit Chile. That's the couple of years for sure. I want to do the Pan American Highway at some point. Jenny Dubiel, hey Robert, will you live for full-time RVing in 5 days? Congratulations, full-timing. I'm jealous. Eventually we'll do the full-timing thing as well. That's the goal anyways. Hello from Humboldt, Texas. Oh, I'm just editing my video from Texas, so very, very, very large state, very nice. Looking forward to your trip to Pennsylvania. Hello from Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Hello, Bay Boater 415. And yes, I'm already planning Pennsylvania, even though Finland comes first. Melanie, always enjoy your videos. Let her know. Thank you so much. Living from Idaho. That's gonna be one of my last states, but eventually I'll visit Idaho. Hello, Rich Family TV. Hi from the northeastern part of Florida. There, Vicky Favira from Pennsylvania. Well, we gotta do a Pennsylvania meetup at some point, and it's not written in stone yet, but Red Jaguar is arranging for us to stay there at the Hershey RV show in mid-September. I think September 11th through the 16th is when we're gonna be there, more or less. So as soon as that is finalized, I will announce that. Hello from Massachusetts. Em and the gang, hello. Kelly Clark, yes, I asked in a video, yes, and I'll work on that. Mike and Cindy, I was in Florida and Gulf Shores, Alabama. I had to come home to do the business. And, from Costa Rica, hey. Where's the IPA? Well, actually, if I remove the chat for a second, it's right there, listening to our conversation. And this is the last one. I brought some of these IPAs from New Mexico, and I like it a lot. If you haven't seen it, if you didn't see last week's video, it's called Happy Camper IPA, so that's very allegoric to our theme here in the podcast, and it has that New Mexico. It's from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and yeah, I didn't stay long enough in New Mexico. I should have stayed longer. Salud, everybody. Cheers, or what? How they say in Norway, skål, and in France they say santé. So there you go. We're international here. NKY, Northern Kentucky. All right, Northern Kentucky. Sorry, I didn't understand that. Condor Condorito, hello Robert, replacing Minitini soon? No, not anytime soon. I don't think so. From Wigan, UK. All right. Hello, could you please make a tour of Carmel by the Sea City? I was there in 2012. Just passing through. I should have stayed longer. And one quick anecdote. In Carmel by the Sea, I don't know if he's still there, but there's this ranch that has a restaurant owned by Clint Eastwood. And that night we were too tired to go to this place. We had planned, and then we learned that Dirty Harry himself was there, entertaining, playing the piano. So, but yeah, Carmel by the Sea, beautiful place. There's a road that goes all around the peninsula that we want to take at some point. And whenever we do California and the Pacific Coast Highway again, we'll definitely go by Carmel. Kelly Clark, we're looking into getting the Pleasure Way Plateau XLTS. Thoughts? Love. Absolutely love that RV. That's one of my favorite this year. We every year we kind of change our minds, and I had dismissed the Pleasure Ways in the past, but this year we really liked the Plateau XLTS, especially because you can kind of, and it is a wide body, so you fit, transversely, I guess that's how you say it. And in theory, you wouldn't have to make up the bed every single night. You can leave that bed in the back permanently, and then there are two chairs that you could, in theory, use to work. So the bathroom is beautiful and it's very large, very comfortable. So that the Plateau XLTS is on the short list, and they also have the XLTD, which has the twin beds. We're not crazy about the twin beds. We want the bed in the back. Saludos from Alamogordo, New Mexico. I was just there like a week and a half, like 10 days ago. I went to the White Sands National Monument, I guess. Very nice. Do you like Texas? Yes, I do. I didn't stay long enough to like really appreciate Texas, I guess. It's not my number one state at this moment, but I did like it a lot. Especially the western, the hill country and everything west of the hill country, I liked a lot. But then again, I didn't see Dallas. I barely saw Houston or San Antonio, so I don't know. And Austin, I still am yet to visit, so I cannot give you an educated opinion about Texas yet. What the coldest you ever camped in? It was in the 20s when I was in the coldest night was probably either the Marfa Lights viewing area, and I was boondocking there, and then there was a very cold night in Flagstaff. In Flagstaff, it was low in the 20s, and that's the lowest I've camped. And it was fine. Actually, I couldn't. At one point, I couldn't dump my gray water because it froze. So I had to wait, until the middle of the day. If I'm skipping any in the chat here, if I'm skipping any comments, just put them again. I'm not gonna go back unless, probably not. I'm just reading here on the screen at the same time as it shows up on the screen. So greetings from Jacksonville. Enjoy your channel. Thank you so much, Jim Emmons. And upstate New York, Armando Correa. Definitely want to visit upstate New York, Buffalo, and where Eastman Kodak Company used to be, the Rochester, definitely. How's the weather there? Too hot, man. It's already hot in Miami. In the morning it's very pleasant. It's in the 70s, but during the day it's high 80s already. Joe Cotro, cheers, man. And again, we're in North Carolina, but hope to go camp in many other states in the spring and summer. Yeah, definitely in the spring I'm going to Europe, and in the fall I'm going up north, and looking forward to a little bit of a cold weather, in the fall. Okay, let me read here some of the comments. Getting ready to make a spot at our house to store our fifth wheel, so we don't have to pay for a storage place. Yeah, man. That check out our sponsor, Custom Covers. They make some cool covers for the RV. Um, Free my RV, Oklahoma. Crack Carjack. Chris Henderson, are you going back to Europe again? If so, when and what areas? Well, I'm going to Finland. That's the plan, because I'm getting a complimentary Class C for 2 weeks. So yeah, that's the plan. I plan to go up to the Lapland and into Sweden, and hopefully, if I have time, Lofoten, Norway, and then circle back to Helsinki. That's the plan. Toys and Us, love your videos. Thank you so much. And Noir Ferreira just got another gadget toy. I recommend the DJI Spark for your flight shots. I have the DJI which one? The Mavic, and it's good. That Spark is really really small. I really like it, but I'm gonna try to take full advantage of my Mavic as long as I have it, and when it breaks, it'll break eventually. I'll see what I get in the future. Probably the Mavic Air. Anytime you're live, my girlfriend wants my attention. Hi, Robert. Need you to go live when I'm feeling lonely. Ahora nos dormimos con tu música. You fall asleep with my music? Oh no. Do you like traveling? What do you think? Hello from the Bahamas. Hello, Bahamas. Haven't been there in a while. I was in Nassau and Freeport way back. In the when was the last time? Probably the late 90s. Actually, no, 2007. We went on a cruise. Yeah, it's summertime in Florida. Anything over 80 Fahrenheit is hot. Yeah, yeah, you know that, Eric. Here, down here, it's a couple degrees even hotter than when you are. So summer in the Keys is a good time to go. Well, in the Keys, the thing with summer is that it is very hot. It is extremely hot and humid. And if you go on a weekend, especially on a holiday weekend, it's going to be the Miami party scene down there. So if you want peace and quiet, the summer is not the best time to go. But then again, if you like loud reggaeton all around you, go for it. The summer is a good time, and the water is 90 degrees, and it is extremely hot in the Keys in the summer. We just started our channel, NC3RV. We're going to cover North Carolina state parks and national forests this year, and next year we're going to the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone. Well, we'll check it out. NC3RV. Is that the name of your channel? And actually, let me go here into my YouTubes. NC3RV. And there it is. So that's a cool picture. And you have 15 subscribers, so maybe today you'll get a couple more. And here it is, NC3RV. Okay, there we go. And let me continue here. Let me pause this and let me continue reading here the comments. We love your videos. I want to know if you were in trouble, I suppose. Well, I've never really been in trouble. There was a scary moment in El Paso, Texas, that you probably. I mean, I didn't have the camera on, but I was at this Walmart, And it was one of these shopping centers where it was a Friday night, so it was kind of busy. A lot of youngsters, you know, there are a bunch of restaurants and all these places where young people like to go. And it was loud. There were people on skateboards, and at some point, even some people started jumping off the rear bumper of Minitini, the trailer. So I opened the door and I told them to, you know, get away. And but eventually I was the one who got away. I didn't feel comfortable there, so I went to a rest area eventually. In Port Charlotte, too hot. Yeah, it's too hot. If summer is back in Florida, I don't think it's gonna get cold anymore this year. That sounds like a fantastic trip to Finland. My sister did her study abroad there. Yeah, I've never been to Finland. I've been to Southern Europe. I've been to like Spain, France. I've been to the UK. Haven't been all that many places. I actually lived in Spain for a year and a half, but I'm really looking forward to Finland. Yeah, definitely. And the midnight sun, it's gonna be light. Like I'm going in early June. It's not gonna get dark at any point, I don't think. Hi there, greetings from the Netherlands. Love your channel. My way to see how life is like in the USA. Um, by the way, I've been to the Netherlands only for 2 days, but I liked it a lot. I was in Amsterdam. I am so happy, Toys and Us. I'm glad you are, and the Fly Pelican. Oh goodness gracious! So when is the best time to RV in the Keys? When it's not so packed? I will go in the like right now. In a couple of weeks, all the snowbirds are gonna be heading north, and that's when I would go. It's not so crowded. It's not so hot. Right after spring break is probably a good time. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of going next weekend, just to get out of Miami for a weekend, and, and you know, while I'm here before Finland, and now that I'm thinking of going a couple of weekends to the Keys and just check mark all the few places that where I haven't been to yet. So I might do that. Tara Deca, hi Robert, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. We love your videos. Thank you. I'm a little ADD today, guys, so bear with me here. Stay 6 days at Panama Beach State Park. I haven't been there yet, but hi Robert from El Centro, California. I didn't stay long enough in California this time, but it's definitely a nice place to visit. At North Carolina 3RV, we also in North Carolina and State Park and do State Park videos. Em and the gang. Okay, so we have two North Carolina YouTubers here today. Greetings from Hungary. All right, Hungary. Did you ever get in an accident? Not since I've had the RV, knock on wood, and I haven't had an accident since. It's been a while. I want to say late 90s. Hello from Gijón, España. Hello, Lucia Chaparro, and welcome to the chat. And enter it. Hey, send some of that heat to Montana. It was negative 17 this morning. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I had to alter my route coming back to Florida. I was going to take a more northern route through I-40, and no, eventually. Hello from Sussex, UK. Hello from Leonard, Texas. And yeah, I'll be subscribing also to NC3RV. Actually, let me do it right now before I forget. There we go. You have 16 now. Love your intro. Thank you so much. And I'm in the next video, I'm making a couple of changes to the intro because I have a couple of new states. Hey, Robert from Mike and Cindy, what cameras do you use? I have started making videos. Any suggestions? Well, I use, I have them right here actually. Well, my main camera used to be this one, but I broke it in Sedona. It doesn't work anymore. And that's going to be an expensive mistake. But, you know, I was climbing. I told you the story last week. I was climbing Cathedral Rock, and I lost my balance, and it was either me or the camera, and I chose to save me, and the camera just tumbled down the rock a little bit before I caught it in midair, and apparently something is messed up inside, and that's not working anymore. But then I have my other camera. Oh, here. These are the other two. This is the Sony FDR X3000. It is an action camera, excellent lens, excellent optics, decent audio. I actually added this fluffy thing here in front of the microphone so I don't get as much wind noise. That was a recommendation, actually a gift from Paul Charan of the Motorhome Experiment. And very good camera, excellent video quality. And then I still have my old GoPro Hero 3 White Edition, and this goes inside this waterproof enclosure, and this is the camera that goes on top of the trailer filming the road. And coincidentally, by the way, the footage from these two cameras from most of Texas, I lost it. I have no idea where it is. I thought I had imported it into the computer, but it's not nowhere to be found. So luckily I have the footage from the other Sony, so we'll find. Those are my three main cameras. I use this one. This is an older one, an older DSLR, but I only use this one nowadays for like time lapses. The time lapses you see of the night sky with the stars. That's what I use for. Or sometimes when I have to take like a picture of the moon, like a eclipse. This is a 300 millimeter lens that I use for that, and that's basically the only cameras I'm using now. And from time to time I use my phone, which is an LG V20. And in a pinch, when the best camera is the one that you have with you. So this is what I use also. And that's that. Where did I left off? I'm relieved. Hello, I'm getting started. You also have a channel. We've been to Hanging Rock. We love it. We have a lot of places to go this year. Hope to go to Uharry National Forest next. There's so many places in North Carolina. It's one of my favorite states, actually. Consider making a secondary YouTube channel. I've seen other YouTubers do this. The secondary channel is more laid back and maybe less work for the YouTuber. By the way, you guys probably don't know, but I have 4 YouTube channels. But this is the only one that I actually maintain regularly. Although I have my music channel, which is just called Robert Morales. I have one that used to be called the Road Nomad channel. Now I renamed it Scenic Drives, and I'm just gonna put drives of the road. And I have the Robert's RV cooking show, which I'm gonna start putting more cooking shows eventually in that one. So that's it. Reviews, chats. We need more Robert. So yeah, those are the 4 channels, by the way. And I have a couple of reviews. That I'm going to do. They sent me. I already have one of these that I paid for. It's the tire pressure monitoring system, but they contacted me, the folks at Tire Minder, and the one that I have is a nice product. So I said, yeah, sure, send me this one. And the only difference is that the monitoring unit is solar powered, so if you keep it on your windshield, you never have to charge the battery. So I'm going to be reviewing this, unboxing and testing it on the next trip, see how that works. The only problem I have with my current one is that sometimes one of the sensor loses connectivity and it beeps like the tire is I don't know, it's scary. So I stop every time that happens. Where are we? Next time you're in the Netherlands, try to visit a city called Arnhem. The John Frost Bridge is very well known from World War II. Definitely. I don't know when I'm going to go to the Netherlands next. It's probably going to be a couple of years, but I'm definitely going to revisit at some point. The idea is to do an RV trip throughout Europe, but that's going to have to take some time, and it's probably going to be how long do we have as American citizens? I think it's either 3 or 6 months that we can be in the European Union, and then we would have to go to England or Africa or somewhere, and then return for another 6 months, and that's what I plan to do eventually. But by the time we are full time, Joe and Nancy is still in Florida enjoying the weather. All right. If you get a Class B, would you be full time or keeping your home base? The idea is to full time. I don't know if I'm gonna get a BB, like a small B. We might keep a home base, or at least some stuff in storage. I mean, we have a lot of stuff, and I don't know how much we can fit in a van, and I don't know how much I want to part with. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be downsizing quite a bit here in the house as well. To start getting ready for the future whenever that happens. It's fun to sing along. With the Freedom Wagon, I'm getting a GoPro Hero 6 Black. Yeah, GoPro is still the industry standard. I like these old GoPros because um, they have a removable battery. The main battery is removable, and then I have this extra battery. So when I put both batteries together, I have like 3.5 hours of battery life. So for me, it's great to leave the camera on the roof of the trailer and just change the battery every 2 to 3 hours. So that's yeah. Mike and Cindy Travels, thank you. Have a look at my YouTube page sometime. Yeah, for sure. What did you use to make your intro song? Well, it's not here. To compose, I use Logic Pro, and then usually, if we want to make a complicated mix down, I use Pro Tools, and Pro Tools is what I use to record my voiceovers and the podcast as well. I have to make a Pelican song. Yes, JSI Janta. What kind of watch do you wear? This is I wonder if it's a Fitbit. It's a Fitbit Blaze, and I actually got it for free when I bought my phone. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but it is fine. It tells me how many steps. It's a fitness watch. It tells me how many steps I've done, and it reminds me to walk every hour. It's nice, and I get notifications on it. I've been thinking about getting a TPMS on our camper too. I would love to see more reviews on how they work. And this one, the tire minder, the one that I have is the regular one. It works very well, and the setup is not complicated at all. And there's a peace of mind, especially in the car. You generally, I'm sorry, generally in the car you notice when you have a flat tire, but in the RV you have no way to know unless you see fire coming from your wheel back there. So no. And the movie A Bridge Too Far, filmed in Deventer in the Netherlands. Okay, cool. Jackie Trujillo, too funny. What did she say? You should make a song called Fly Pelican. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going back and forth here. Sometimes I skip messages. I'm sorry, guys. Florida Key Outfitters. Saludos, socio. Hey, saludos. At some point this year in the Keys, or the year after, I want to go. I want to learn how to scuba dive. Actually, that's one of the things that I've put off all my life, and maybe I should do it. I have to get the wiring to pull my Freedom Wagon. What do you mean the wiring? Like a tow package for your vehicle? Because they did that at my dealer. They did it like within an hour. How is your Wi-Fi booster working out? Is it worth the price? Well, I don't have a Wi-Fi booster. What I have is the WeBoost, which amplifies the LTE signal. And yeah, for the most part, it was great. It works great. It is expensive. It is $500 retail. I didn't pay for it, but it works well. So sometimes when something works well every time, it's worth the money. When are you going to make your new album available for download? From Paul Levin. Well, I'm making my new songs available as singles. And actually, if you go to CD Baby, I have them there. The thing is, I haven't made them available everywhere else because it costs money and I'm a cheapskate. No, not really. But there you go. If you go to CD Baby, I have my new Driving to the West. I have a total eclipse of the sun. I uploaded Ocean Breeze. The ones that are not in my main release. And eventually, when I have enough songs, I'm going to make a release available everywhere. But as I said, it costs money, and sometimes if it's just for songs, it's not worth it. So I'm gonna wait until I have like something substantial to post. But you can download them from CD Baby, and I'm gonna add very soon my new song "Riding to the West," and the new one, which is called the route, or the road to El Paso. That's what I'm calling it. Oceano. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Cotro, I find myself humming your writing my every all day long. Thank you so much. Like when you say fly pelican, it makes me laugh. Whenever I see a pelican, I just go fly pelican because I like that movie, Scarface, of course. And that's where I got it from, Tony Montana. And he's actually looking at a flamingo on the TV, and he improvised that phrase. I saw that on the DVD. He just improvised, look, Manny, look at the pelican fly. So there you go. Where are we? I have a 2-prong, a 4-prong. I have to get a 5-prong and a trailer brake. Yes, I had to get that installed. It's not a difficult installation, and the trailer brake is just a brake controller. And when I bought my trailer, they had that installed at the dealer. I forgot how much it was. I was like in for a dime, in for a dollar. I just wanted to get my trailer delivered, and it was probably a couple of $100 to get that stuff installed. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, you gotta get the 5-prong. I had the 4-prong originally too. Another Cuban over here. You have inspired me to start my channel, and another Cuban called out on the riff. Thank you. You're welcome. And I'm gonna look up your channel too, so I can subscribe too. What is called Oceano FL Keys Outfitters. Okay, I'm your 78th subscriber. How about that? Another option, if you join Patreon, Robert will upload it to the Patreon. Added bonuses too. Oh yeah. The songs, all the new songs are in Patreon. By the way, not all the new ones. Thank you for reminding me, Eric, because I have to upload to Patreon the new stuff, and I always tag it. So in the post, all the posts I've tagged. If you search for the tag music, it'll take you to all the posts where I have added music. Lost my signal. What did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot, man. I gave away no, I didn't. Just kidding. Yes, I would like to visit. Like you to visit Tampa again. And yeah, I don't know if next year I'm gonna visit Tampa. I've been to the Tampa RV show for 5 years in a row. So next year I might take a break, but the year after. So how come you all lost the connection? By the way, Bay Boater 415, thank you so much for that super chat. Really appreciate it. By the way, where's Grandma Patty? She's probably still under the weather. What's up, everyone? Hello, Roger Merchant. And let me check real quick. How many people do we have here today? We have 88 people watching at the 34-minute mark. And I'm calling Camping World and see what they can do it for me. Yeah, the Camping World should be able to do it for you. And it's in my Kia, it wasn't a complicated install. You get a little box that is the brake controller, and and it has like a dial where you can set it to brake more or less. You adjust it so the trailer brakes with the same strength as the tow vehicle. Your video is awesome today. Thank you so much. I think I have pretty decent lighting here, and that's always good. And I think I'm connected to the correct Wi-Fi this time. Yes, I am. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can see it back there. Where is it? Yeah, there. There's the modem right there. So yeah. Okay, let me read the chat. Hello from Central Florida, from Noreen N. All right. And Em and the gang also started a Patreon page. Do you think it's a fun way to interact with the viewers? Is it easy to keep up with? Patreon is it's easy to keep up with. Yeah, definitely. And what I do, I try to post extra stuff there, and sometimes we have our monthly Patreon hangout. I haven't done this month, but I'll do it before the end of February, hopefully, maybe next week. We'll do a date, and then we get together in a conference setting, and we talk to each other, and it's just the inner circle. So it is very easy to. It was hard at the beginning to set up because you don't know what people will be interested in, what to offer, and yeah. Nice chatting, Robert. Keep an eye on your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mike and Cindy. Hopefully, at some point, we'll meet. I know we've been talking about it for some time. I'm from Utah. I love Utah, Roger Merchant. Very nice. Utah and Arizona right now are two of my favorite states in the West. Hi, RV Deb's Journey. Where's RV Deb's? Did I miss? Oh, RV Debs. Hello there. I just saw you at the top. Waves from Texas. I had to change my plans. I was going to visit you last month, but then it got really cold, so I had to go straight south. So another time will be. I know you've been getting a little bit of snow up there in north central Texas. Um, okay. With the Freedom Wagon, your internet is breaking up. Hope I get to see you. Talk to you. My internet is breaking up. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe something is happening here in the house. How was your day today? Are you talking to me? My day has been great so far. I've been editing the second video of the Driving to the West series, and that's going to. Even though I lost some of the footage, and that's the link bait in the title of this video, I still have the footage from the Sony, so it should be fine. Canada loves you. Come back and make more videos, definitely. And I do want to go back, and I do want to visit the western half of Canada. I want to go to Banff. I want to go to Vancouver and British Columbia and Vancouver Island, Victoria, and maybe I'll just shoot straight up all the way to Alaska. Who knows? Great Scott, what's the current IPA you recommend? Well, I imported this. Well, imported. I brought this from New Mexico. It's called Happy Camper IPA, and it's pretty cool. It's very nice. I bought it. I discovered it at the Walmart actually. Where was it? Was it in Albuquerque? Actually, it wasn't Albuquerque. It was just north of Albuquerque where the KOA was. And I can never remember the name of this town. It's Bernalillo. That's the name of the town. Sing us a Cuban song. Maybe I will now towards the end. Did you ever see my videos on my channel on YouTube? Roger Merchant. I don't recall, but let me check it out because Roger Merchant? I can't find you. What's your YouTube channel? Roger Merchant doesn't show up. What beer you drinking today? Well, I just mentioned it. It's the Happy Camper from New Mexico. It's made in Santa Fe. Okay, what is your next road trip? Well, I'm gonna do a couple of local road trips here in Florida in the next couple of months, and then it's Finland. I'm sorry. Then it's Finland, and then in the fall, I want to do New England and the Hershey RV show. That's uh, that's the plan, anyways. I need to try that beer. Yeah, it's pretty good. Although I had an IPA in Santa Fe actually. When I get to edit that video, I'll remember the name, and that was really good too. Hello from Maine. The other day was 68 degrees. Today is snow. I love watching your videos. Well, it's been up and down uh, all this month, I guess, and hopefully I'll get to see Maine in October. Alex Cruz doing a road trip in July to August for 2 weeks. We're going to North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Any hot spots you want to mention or suggest? Oh man, uh, I don't consider myself an expert yet on those states, but I did like in North Carolina. I liked the Chimney Rock, and Asheville is a beautiful town, and all that area around the Blue Ridge Parkway, and yeah. Uh, Did you visit Fredericksburg? No, I did not. I wanted to because I'm into wine, so I wanted to visit all the wineries. And I almost had I stayed in the area longer. I just got really homesick and wanted to return to Miami. But had I stayed in Texas longer, I would have probably gone to the RV Entrepreneurs Summit, which is happening right now this weekend. So I love you, Alexa Bliss. I'm from Peru. Hello, Peru. At some point, I want to visit Peru as well. When are you doing another group meetup? Probably, well, in Hershey, Pennsylvania, for sure. And before then, maybe we can do something in South Florida if we have enough people down here, for sure. Uh, Trolling Kids on Minecraft by Roger Merchant. Okay, I'll check it out. We're going to Chimney Rock just because of you. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Any plan to review Okeechobee campgrounds? Yes, definitely. There's so many campgrounds around Lake Okeechobee that it's gonna be a daunting task, but definitely I like the area, so I'm going to do it at maybe I'll do it now in the next couple of months since I'm going to be here in Florida, and Okeechobee it's just 2 or 3 hours away. So yeah, and I want to go to the Kissimmee Prairie also, but that place is better in the winter, so I don't know. Have you ever posted videos of Florida wineries? I went to one winery. Florida is not famous for its wineries unless you like muscadine wines, and I personally don't because they're sweet white wines and not my cup of tea. And then there's some wineries that they make wines out of like fruit, like lychee and guava and mango, and I'm of the old school that wine is made out of grapes. If it's not grapes, it's not wine. So, but I've done a couple. I've done Schneebly Winery down in Homestead, Florida, and I've done a Hen Scratch Farms, which is somewhere in Central Florida. I want to say by Lake Placid, maybe a little further north by Sebring. I'm not sure exactly. It's called Hen Scratch Farms. Shout out to Two Doves Nation. I'm sorry. When are you going full time RVing? From Eugene and Sylvie. I don't know yet. In a couple of years, I don't have a set date for that yet. In the meantime, I'm full time YouTuber. I'm part time RVer, and and whenever I run out of videos to edit, I'll make another trip. That's basically what I'm doing. It's so nice to see again at the Tampa RV show, where we purchased our first RV. Greetings. Okay, greetings, Jorge Mesa. And you can boondock in my backyard. My landlord won't care. And where is that? JSI Janta. Um, I have been to the Hershey RV show in 2017 to Dove's Nation. Yeah, I've never been. They claim to be the largest RV show. Tampa also claims to be the largest RV show, so I don't know. And Jorge Mesa from Hialeah, la ciudad que progresa. All right, Hialeah, it's like our neighboring city here to the northwest. Very cool. Strawberry Festival starting soon in Plant City, Florida. Well, Plant City is right there by Tampa. I actually had lunch with our illustrious moderator, this traveler, last January in Plant City, and yeah, it's relatively close to where I live. It's a 1 day trip. So Strawberry Festival, I'm gonna check it out. Maybe I'll go. Linda Sprangle, I'm from Texas. You have to come back now and remake another video. Yeah, definitely. Since I lost some of that footage, although I have a lot of footage from Texas, I'm gonna make one long video of my whole drive through Texas to the west, which I didn't really see Houston. I just drove through. I didn't see San Antonio on the way west. I just drove through. I did spend some time on the way back, but then I went to see the Marfa Lights, and I have some great footage of the Texan desert. It's probably my favorite part of Texas so far, but I've only seen I-10, so take that with a grain of salt. And I kind of liked El Paso as well, and I spent a couple of hours at El Paso. I'm always fascinated with borders, so I went really close to the Mexican border, and I took some video. There's a scenic drive on top of a hill, and you can see all the old Juarez across the border, the Mexican side. And yeah, I'm kind of fascinated with borders, since I was born in an island which had a natural ocean border. So where did I left off? Helped me a lot to get to know the United States. Thank you. All right, Alexa Bliss from Peru, right? I'm glad I can help you travel virtually through the United States. And Robert, you should lead a caravan of travel trailers from Florida to Alaska. I'd go. Yeah, we gotta do that. We have to go from Key West. We'll leave from no, there's no public campground in Key West, but we could leave from Blue Water or what's the other one? Boyd's, and go all the way to Dead Horse, Alaska. How about that? Dead Horse, Alaska, the road gets really rough after the Brooks Range, so we could leave all the trailers at Marion Creek Campground, which is right by Wiseman, Alaska, in northern Alaska, and then go all the way to the Arctic in our tow vehicles. I'm up for that in a couple of years, for sure. When you're heading to New England, try this campground in Massachusetts, Normandy Farms. It is rated 5 stars. Normandy Farms. I'm gonna search for it right now, because otherwise I'll forget it. Normandy Farms in Townshend, Pennsylvania. Huh? Is that it, or maybe I should do campground? Here we go. Let me save it into my starred places. So when I go to Pennsylvania, maybe after the... Where is it in Pennsylvania? Let me zoom out here. No, that's not it. That's in Rhode Island, or the one that or is it Rhode Island or Massachusetts? No, the one that I chose is in Massachusetts. I'll look it up later. You don't want to boondock in London, Ontario, Canada. Great chats here. The Florida strawberries look great this year. Maybe I'll check out that festival. You should do a video on the Seaquarium and Crandon Park. You know, I have never been to the Seaquarium, and I've been in Miami for almost 30 years. I used to go to Crandon Park a lot, quite a bit to the beach. Not a lot, but I've been probably 5, 6, 7 times. But never been to the Seaquarium. So yeah, that's a good. I should do a video on the whole Key Biscayne area, which has the Aquarium, Crandon Park. It has the Florida Lighthouse, no? Florida El Farito is what they call it in Spanish. It's Cape Florida Lighthouse. Um, I'm just where did I left to go? Come to Houston. You can park on our driveway. Well, next time I'm in Houston. Houston is a huge city, by the way. I noticed while I was driving through the city. You drive through downtown, and then it keeps going and going and going until you hit this town called Katy, and then go, oh, okay, it's done. It's a huge city. Luckily, I didn't get too much traffic. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to Houston and maybe visit the Space Center. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff to see in Houston. Okay, maybe you can have a meetup in New England when you are here, but we are kicking off full timing and we'll be leaving near the end of September to make it out to the balloon fiesta. Well, we might cross paths at some point because late September is when I intend to be there. Late September, early October. Have you ever been to Wyoming? No, no, haven't been to Wyoming yet, but or Montana or the Dakotas, but definitely it's in the plans. Yeah, Alex, I should make a Spanish version of the song. You know, I did start a Spanish channel, but it was too much work to do the videos both in Spanish and in English. So that didn't last too long. If you want to search for it, it's still out there. It's called Cuentos de Camino. Um, Normandy is in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Okay, yes. Hola Robert, saludos desde Argentina. Saludos, Luis Cantero. Motorhome experiment rated the best. Which one? The campground? Oh, great folks, Motorhome. Paul and Lorena, very cool people. I met them again at Quartzsite, and that's going to be coming out on the video. Oh, in about a month. Yeah, I have so many videos in queue. It's I'm gonna start putting the date at the beginning of the video so you don't think it's like right now, because I'm gonna be like 2 months behind or 3 months at some point. Um, Foxborough. That's the campground. I'm confused. Yeah, Foxborough. That's the campground. That's Normandy Farms, right? Yes. Okay. Hey, Grandma Patty, welcome. You're not late. We're just getting started. Not really. We've been at this for 50 minutes, but and thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Headed down there to the Miami Open this March. Last year, we're having Key Biscayne moving to Dolphin Stadium. They're moving it to Dolphin Stadium. By the way, that Dolphin Stadium has changed names so many times since I've been living here in Miami. Would you like to collaborate on a video? Yeah, definitely. Send me a private message, and we can do something. Definitely. Um, Bill Baggs State Park. Where's that? I've heard of that place. Oh, Cape Florida. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's Cape Florida. Okay. Yes, in a couple of weeks I might go down there. Usually when I'm here in Miami, I don't get out much. I don't know, for some reason, and I should, because there's a lot of stuff to see down here. Maybe you should do a video on all the parks and state parks we have here in Miami, and they got, yeah, that's what I was saying. There's Oleta River that I've heard is really nice. You can go kayaking there, and there's a bunch of places down by Homestead. So, have you visited the development in Wilson, Florida? No, I haven't. It's expensive camping, and you can snorkel and dive. No, I have not. Christina Reed, you should try eating at the Melting Pot in Tampa. Great place. Well, I've eaten at the Melting Pot here in Miami. I don't know if they still have it. and it was very nice. I love that fondue. Just got here from Canada. All right. Um, is Adele from Saudi Arabia. Love your videos. Thank you so much. In Saudi Arabia, all the way there. That's great that we have such an international audience. And wow, that cough. Hey, everybody. I have a little bit of heartburn actually. I just ate. You should tour in your barrio. Actually, I have found walking and running around and driving, riding my bike around here. I have found a couple of interesting places. There's this Russian church not far from here. It's like in the middle of a residential neighborhood. It's very mysterious. I might do a video. I don't know. There's so many places. Do you still play in a band at Bayside? No, I don't. Bayside, that band at Bayside, it's been like 5 years, I think. What happened with Bayside, it was every single Sunday, and in the winter it wasn't that bad, but in the summer, when it gets dark like at 8 p.m., and then you have that sun in your face with 90 plus, almost 100 degrees, and you're sweating and you're singing, and it wasn't that pleasant in the summer. And besides, it was every single Sunday of my life. So eventually I decided to. I didn't want to do Bayside anymore, although it was a fun gig, I must admit. Grandma Patty, thank you so much for that a super chat. I really, really, really appreciate those super chats. And Alex Cruz retracted his message. Let's get together and get out and do something in Miami. I'll be your videographer. All right. We can plan something one of these weekends, or weekdays, or yeah, whatever. I have never done a video of Wynwood, that area, and I'm thinking I should. Did you check out my replies about your RV question? I think I'm today. I guess I'm always a little discombobulated with the chat, and I miss the some of the messages. You know what? I haven't been able to look at them today. Okay, that's Alex and this traveler. Kelly Clark, best time of the year in the Emerald Coast. Well, if you want that warm water, I would go in the summer. I've only been there once in June, and it was very, very nice. The weather wise, because when I go to a beach, I actually want to go in the water, and I'm used to the beaches south here. That the water is warm, so I would say in the summer. A lot of people go in the winter, and a lot of people go during spring break now that it's going to be wild. So I don't know if I would go on spring break, but yeah, you should go to the Venetian pool. Definitely, the Venetian pool is on the short list. Actually, I had this idea in my head that the Venetian pool was this huge pool, and it's really not that big. Uh, but yeah, I'll fly the drone over it. Maybe if they let me. Um, when the people are gone and the ocean is too warm. Yeah, I would say that the shoulder season. And Red Jaguar 100, thank you so much for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in September. Going back to the question about the Emerald Coast, when the people are gone and the ocean is still warm, I would say after spring break is probably a good time to go because the snowbirds are gone, the spring breakers are gone, and it's starting to get warm now. March, April, May. After May, probably it's starting to get really warm, the water. And okay, Joko Croto, we're heading to Port Charlotte next month. Hope the weather is good. Well, next month in March, yeah, the weather is good. It's already getting warm down here. The water might be a little chilly still for our tropical tastes, But I see people from the north that jump on the beach in January, and it's how depends how acclimated your skin is, I guess. Fairchild Tropical Gardens in Coral Gables is nice too. Yes, I've been there, but I haven't really visited. I was there working with the band. We were doing a wedding, so I saw it at night. So we were doing a wedding there, and but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, there's a bunch of places here in Miami that I could visit and make videos for sure. And Fairchild is one of them. The Deering Estate also I hear is very nice. AirPod 178 versus Mini Drop 1780. Any thoughts? Oh man, I don't know. Doesn't Grandma Patty have an AirPod? Um, the Mini Drops are nice. I think they both have wet baths. They both are single axle. So and they're both pretty well built. So I think it's just a matter of which one you like best. Check out Okra Koki Island. Yeah, the Outer Banks. Yes, I am definitely checking Okra Coke. You have to take the ferry, I do believe. If you come back through, we can meet up. They have primitive camping. Yeah, I think the motorhome experiment was there, if I recall correctly. We see me in New England in 30-degree weather. Well, yeah, well, I don't take this the wrong way, but we see the crazy Canadians and Norwegians and people from the north jumping in the water when it's 30 degrees. I'm like, okay, I am not used to that. Grandma Patty, the 176. That's the one that you have. Yeah, that's the one. Um, yeah, the AirPod 190 has a dry bath. Yeah, I'm not fully familiar with those two models. I mean, they're I did see a bunch of mini drops at the Tampa show, but it's all a blur after a while. So what else? Let me have another sip of my New Mexico beer, which is actually quite nice. It's not the strongest IPA I've had, but 6.6% by volume alcohol. So and I don't have any more questions, or is it that this thing freeze or something? 82 of you watching at the moment. Well, as I said, I lost some of that Texas footage, but I'm still gonna be able to make the video. Okay, where are you from? Well, I was born in Cuba many moons ago, and yeah, Havana. What's the best IPA you've had? Oh, there are several. Actually, I was the one that I really liked. I like Cigar City. Actually, I like that one quite a lot. But I've tasted a couple of them that are like very microbrewerish. At several breweries, especially double IPAs that I don't really remember the names, but they've been outstanding. There's one by the Miami Brewing Company, which they are right next to Schneebly Wineries down in Homestead, and they have one that is called oh gosh, I don't remember, but it's really good. Do you have a link to your tabs? No, I don't. Do you mean the guitar tabs? No, I don't. Where's the best place online to find used RVs? I suppose RVT.com or RVTrader or Craigslist for that matter. I mean, there's a bunch of places where you can find the used RVs. I don't know which thing is the best, to be honest. Are you going to the Florida Ocala RV show March 1 through the 4th? Probably not. Probably not, because To be honest, I'm a little bit saturated with RV shows after the Tampa show, and I don't think I'm gonna do another RV show unless there's something extremely interesting that I want to see. I'm not gonna go to another RV show until Hershey. But I do want to visit Ocala and the Ocala National Forest and that whole area. I haven't been there yet. Kelly Clark, you're a great musician. What instruments do you play? Love your studio. Thank you so much. And I do play, my main instruments is keyboards. I do play a little bit of guitar. I did play some bass guitar as well. But I can do a little bit of percussion, but not really. I'm not a great like performer, instrumentalist. I'm just good at making arrangements and singing and putting it all together. But I cannot play. You know, I'm not like classically trained. I cannot play a Rachmaninoff concert or anything like that. But yeah, I have a basic understanding of a lot of instruments. Do you perform music? I used to. Actually, I got started at a salsa band here in Miami many years ago. And I'm looking for a video here and I cannot find it now. Never fails. Here it is. Oh, brother. I'm the guy at the keyboards. 1996. Yeah, I didn't sing back then. I just I didn't sing back then. I just played the keyboard. Yeah, yeah. I'm the guy at the left on the keyboard. Well, that's that. Blast from the past. And I haven't really performed in a band as much since that era. I did a lot of singing from like 2001 until 2013. How many miles total did you do on Minitini on your last trip? Actually, I do have. You guys recognize this guy? That's the guy who plays. That's the guy who plays the trumpet in my songs. I'll call him back when we finish here. But I do have an Excel workbook here, and in the last trip, my best estimate is 6,175 miles. And yeah, have you ever heard of El Cajon? Yeah, that's ever play. I thought you said El Cajon in near San Diego, California. No, Cajon is it's that box that you play like bongos, kind of. No, I have never played that. What's the best campground you've been in North Carolina? Thank you. I haven't been in many campgrounds in North Carolina, to be honest. I don't think I have been to any campgrounds in North Carolina now that I think about it. I have to think about this one. By the way, MFH Airstream, thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for all the super chats and I have no words to be honest. And I have to think about North Carolina because I don't think I have. I was at that Almond boat and RV park, but I didn't think that was all that great. It was, yeah, very nice folks, very friendly, but the campground itself, I'm trying to think. I mean, has anybody else been to a good North Carolina campground? I know, Eric, you have been to. I was in Tennessee. Um, I'm really enjoying listening to your CD in my car, especially track 7, the song that makes me feel like you're in Paris. Great music. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was Bonjour Paris, and yeah, I really got inspired. I really that's one of my favorites too. That out of all the songs that I've made, and I'm coming up with an new CD soon, guys. I just have to write a couple more songs before when you go to Hershey RV show, you'll enjoy Amish country as well. Definitely, I want to go to Lancaster and the Amish country. That's gonna be one of the highlights of the trip for sure. Going to Amish country. Are you planning a trip to the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State? Someday, yes, definitely. When I visit that whole northwest area, I definitely I don't know exactly how much I'm going to be able to cover, but the Olympic Peninsula. Uh, You keep mentioning tabs because my wife and son sing your intro all the time. I haven't made any tabs for that song. I mean, it's just 3 chords. It's in C major. Ready with my RBC, whatever D. I'll make something. I'll write something down. Very cool being on stage. Diana Sanchez Jordan Lake Recreation Area is in North Carolina. Great places in the mountain as well. Okay, cool. Don't forget to grease those bearings before you take your northeast trip. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. But yeah, so now Holy Point on Falls Lake is a great campground near Raleigh, North Carolina. We have stayed there several times. Yeah, I haven't really stayed in North Carolina. It's one of the. I mean, there's only in the past. There's only been so much time. So we also been to Beach Nut Family Campground. I've heard of that place in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Very nice, quiet family campground. Did a video on it. Okay, I'll check it out. Well, maybe we should. Ever had Olympia beer in Washington State? Not yet. Where in Texas are you? No, I'm not in. I'm not in Texas anymore. I'm back in Miami, Florida. Was that Calle Ocho? You mean the video that I played? No, that was the Bayfront Park Festival. I don't think they have it anymore. But I did Calle Ocho as well in the mid '90s a couple of times. Do you like the hot water on demand units? The Pleasure Way Plateau has? Yes, that's the Truma AquaGo, and they have it with a comfort package. And they're not paying me, but I'm gonna tell you that's the best water heater in the market right now, in my opinion. That's the one that I have, and it works very well. So far, I've had it for less than a year, so maybe tomorrow it'll break and I will change my opinion. But knock on wood, so far it's been great. And the Pleasure Way has the comfort package, which you don't have to wait for the water to get warm. It keeps recirculating the warm water through all the plumbing in your camper. So when you at least that's what they claim, that as soon as you open the water, it's warm. So yes, so far it's been reliable. It's a German made water heater, and mine is good. I like your YouTube video when you sing "Unforgettable." Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. That's one of my favorite songs. It's not really in my range. It's in my lower range, but yeah, I haven't done anything. Actually, tomorrow I might go to a friend's birthday and sing a couple of songs. I haven't sung anything like live in front of people in a few months. It's been a while. Specifically the XLTS. Yeah, the XLTS has a Truma Aquago, and oh, my internet just died. What happened? And I made a video of the XLTS, and if I go to another RV show, it's just to see that XLTS, because I do think that's going to be my next RV. Although it's pricey, so I would have to sell the house or get a deal or something. Those crazy Germans, they build good stuff. Yeah, man. That for the most part is usually complicated technology. For the most part, these Germans things, when they break, it's expensive to fix, but they hardly ever do. Do you recommend any bike racks? Well, I have a bike rack that I stopped using. I have a bike there. I forgot what brand is. It is one the ones that you put on the hitch in the back of the car. It was kind of expensive. I bought it on Amazon. But then I realized that my rear bumper is really not rated for that amount of weight, so I stopped using it until I get someone to reinforce my rear bumper. I think that there's some places that I can solder it and reinforce it. The Heimer, yeah. Um, I've heard mixed reviews about the Heimer, and I used to like it, but I don't really like it anymore all that much. I mean, they're the standard in Europe, but I don't think the units that they're making here in the United States, ever since they bought Road Trek, I don't know. Okay, we're back to North Carolina. There are some fantastic campgrounds on the coast. We have friends that swear Camp Hatteras. It's really great, but we're planning to go this spring, and we'll check it out and do a video. All right, we'll looking forward to seeing that, because I plan to go in the fall. So, have you stayed at any military RV sites? No, because I was never in the military, so I haven't been able to stay at those. There's one in Key West that is supposed to be really good, and yep, that's that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm right next to my studio here. Okay, everybody, I think I'm gonna start winding this down. Oh, look at me. Oh, where did it go? Here. No. Where? Here. There you go. I was 25 years old. Okay, there's two in Key West. All right. Sing us a song. Thanks, Robert. Can you, yeah, the new song? I have the Riding to the West song, but I don't even. Where's my guitar? This guitar I haven't tuned it. I don't know how long, and it stays in tune. I haven't changed these strings in years. I have a pop-up camper, and I have a Reese hitch that I can put bikes in, and my camper hitch ball is right behind it. Works great. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I might do one of those that you put in the front, in the tongue. But I'm afraid that I'm gonna add too much weight to the tongue. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wait until I. Ooh, what happened? It's gone. That means we have to stop. Thank you, Alex, for that super chat. In what key was that Riding to the West song? Was that in A? I'm losing my. Of how they say, of all the things I've lost, it is my mind I miss the most. Yeah, I don't have it here. Oh yes, it is here. Maybe I should play it together with. want to do a cappella. A cappella. Let's do it a cappella. Riding through New Mexico, Arizona, even California. I'm gonna get my kicks on 66. The mountains and the desert are my fix. Driving to the west in my RV is where I wanna be. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I wanna be, because I'm free in my RV. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, cause I'm free in my RV. See you all next Friday, same time, same YouTube channel. See you on the road.